So my story started with me waiting until I was 53 years old to get my 50-year checkup. I always felt like I was in very good shape from working out almost every day my entire life. When I went to have that done, my primary care physician found something in my blood during my blood review in March of 2022 where it was alarming enough to her that she thought that I needed a cardiac referral. Although there were no markers in my blood that would indicate that I had any hereditary signs whatsoever of having heart disease. There was enough in my cholesterol counts, etc., that she wanted me to do a cardiac referral. So I called a very good friend of mine. He introduced me to Dr. Jaffe over the phone, and we hit it off immediately because Dr. Jaffe's from Philly and my wife is from New Jersey and went to school in Philly, and we have a lot of mutual friends. We hit it off. He got me in to see him almost immediately. And I would say that initially I did not feel like he was alarmed the day that I was there while he was reviewing my blood. I had no symptoms while doing the stress test. I stayed on the treadmill for at least 20 minutes. You know, my heart rate never got very high. I had no chest pains, no loss of breath. He said, "Anthony, look, man, I do not like the way the blood is flowing into the left side of your heart, so I want to get you in to do a coronary CTA with the dye today." So I was slightly alarmed when he said that he wanted me to do that on that short of notice. He would not let me leave the office until one of the associates had an appointment for me for a CTA that same day. He said, "My partner and I just finished reviewing your scan with the dye. It looks like you've got 95% blockage in your LAD, and we're fairly certain it's at least that much, and we're also fairly certain that it's in a spot where we could do a stent." I checked myself into the heart hospital that morning, and by 10:30 they were putting a stent in, and I was out that same day. I was back home. It had very little to no impact on my life. If there was anything, there was a little bit of soreness for a couple of days in my wrist. It feels to me like he went above and beyond, even by just making sure that I got in for the CTA that same day and calling me that night to say cancel your trip. So I feel like he's a genuinely caring guy. I highly recommend Biltmore Cardiology, and in particular I highly recommend Dr. Jaffe. I think he is literally a lifesaver, and he's an extremely compassionate